Hello critters, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am making a video today on MrBeast and why I'm not very into him lately. Maybe not even just not into him, I straight up kinda don't like him. And I'm going to mention why and talk a little bit about it, so here's my intro, I guess. Hello, welcome back. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little nasally again. I'm still sniffly for some reason. Maybe it's just like allergies or something. I don't know. I blame my little evil cat. Anyways, yeah, I just want to get into the video topic. Basically, I don't know if I'm losing my mind or something, but I feel like MrBeast has been more unhinged than usual lately. Maybe I'm not losing my mind because I thought I was, and then I saw nickisnotgreen also did a video on it, so I'm going to talk about it too, because it's not just me, at least. At least I know it's not just me. So, I don't like MrBeast anymore, is my thesis. Well, maybe I always felt weirded out by him because people who are so far disconnected from reality like that always kind of rub me the wrong way. When they talk about life-changing amounts of money like it's nothing, or like a fun, silly what if. I remember there was posts from him a while ago being like, it was some stupid post, and I almost commented, like my little Twitter hands were flying. I want to comment and be like, are you so far disconnected that I don't even know what it was. Let me try and find it at some point. But anyways, in the past I felt more inclined to think he was doing alright things by like helping kids that were blind, because that's always a W, I think, or giving money to charities, you know, making up for places where our welfare system as a shit country fails. I'm not going to get into that too much, but yikes. But lately MrBeast has been doing more and more like experiment type things. And I noticed this tweet too, because for some reason it hit my phone's notifications like 12 times. I don't know how to fix my Twitter notifications, please help. Being the one where he was talking about there's a guy in like his grocery store that he bought that he promised $10,000 for every day he spent in there, and now the guy's not leaving apparently, and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go broke. And I thought this was a joke. I don't know what kind of joke it would be, like what kind of sick person would think of that. I mean, not even sick, I mean, maybe it would be kind of maybe a funny joke in some universe. I don't know, again, who would even formulate that joke, but yeah, apparently it is a thing. He says it's been like a month. Yeah, and of course he's not leaving though, because $10,000 a day, I would literally never leave there, because every day I didn't spend there then, I would feel like I'm losing $10,000 that I wouldn't have to then toil over just to scrape by on rent, or my student loans, and food, and shit like that, you know? But maybe that's just me. And that brings me to another post that nickisnotgreen brought up that I actually hadn't seen, but it was a post about there was like a room and it was working on a challenge where if two people spend 100 days somewhere in this room, they will get 500k, but if one of them leaves, then neither of them gets it. And then he mentioned that he already started it. It's okay. And I'm like, is it just me, or is this not really a good idea? And I mean, I guess it is content, but I'm sure there's probably a lot of stuff to go through before, but I'm like, if it were me in there, my sickly, poor, debt-addled ass would be like not having it if the other person wasn't as into it as I was. If they like tried to leave or make me lose out on 250k, I'd be like, I can't say too many mean things, too many violent things, because I don't want to seem violent and unhinged, because I make violent and unhinged jokes sometimes, and people are like, you're a violent and unhinged person. But it's not just me. I wouldn't be the only one wanting to like break their legs. This is a joke, YouTube. I'm so sorry, this is a joke, but like, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. How would you ever be able to live with someone trying to leave and make you miss out on that amount of money if they were not as into it, or if they perhaps have like are better off than you are? Like I wouldn't have that. I mean, I don't know. And in general, it's a weird experiment. Like 100 days, like isolated again. That's just like weird. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not crazy for that. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is MrBeast. Is it this like Jigsaw style shit? I don't know if it's just me. When I was hearing all these things, like all these experiments that he's doing, I don't know if Jigsaw offers money. I don't think he does. I've seen the first few Saw movies. I cosplayed Jigsaw when I was like 12 for Halloween because I was a really, really normal 12-year-old. He is like making people toil over shit to do these experiments as he dangles life-changing money over them. And he says that they have a choice, and that's what everyone says. Everyone's like, oh, they have a choice to participate in these weird little experiments. But that's just really not the case. When it comes to life-changing amounts of money, there really is no choice for people who need that to literally survive, or for their families to survive, and that's no choice there. I don't know. Like, I don't think it would be a choice for me. Like, I would probably feel completely inclined to do these things because I am not well off in the slightest. And even so, like, if I turned down this crazy challenge, it seems like I would be missing out on helping my family. It would just be crazy. I don't know. It's not as much of a choice as people make it out to be. And of course, there's people who literally don't have money to. And I don't know, like, who he chooses to be in these experiments, because it doesn't really seem like it's people who are so not well off, where it'll be like the money will literally help them survive. I'm not sure, like, if he chooses. I don't know. To make it seem a little more ethical, but also it's just, I don't know. It's difficult. It's a difficult ethical question. And I saw some comments in Nick's video about people were talking about, like, in their ethics courses, they've talked about MrBeast and talked about, like, how this shit would not be approved if it were actually, like, being reviewed by an unbiased ethical committee over these experiments, because it's just like, of course he has so much money he can throw at the issue that he can basically do whatever the hell he wants, because he has so much money. Anyways, back when MrBeast recreated Squid Game, it felt slightly dystopian, if not for the amount of money he was, like, donating instead, if I recall correctly, and raising awareness and shit. Isn't he, like, doing everything and perpetuating everything that Squid Game is criticizing at this point? That some people really do anything just to survive, as in a screwed up world and economy, money truly is survival. It's a really screwed up thing to me, in my opinion. It's always why I felt pretty weird about those overproduced game shows where people go on. And this isn't just MrBeast, this is those huge game shows that you see, and it'll be like people on those game shows, and they'll be like, oh my god, I'm playing this game to try and help my mother who's dying from stage 4 cancer, and I need to pay for her surgery to save her life. And then they lose, and it's like, oh, well, rest in peace. If this country's welfare system was to a degree where perhaps her mother would be able to receive adequate health care in order to survive, these people wouldn't have to be doing these crazy game shows or crazy MrBeast challenges or whatever the hell they're doing in order to get this life-changing money, I guess, if that's just me. That's just me. I don't understand. It just makes me really uncomfortable when I see that kind of thing on game shows. I'm sorry if I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm very uncomfortable, because it's just, it makes me really cringe, and makes, like, in a bad way. Like, I kind of can't stand it because it's just so, it's such a sad and dystopian thing that it's horrific. But yeah, now I can already hear people commenting that people just need to, like, get a damn job or whatever if they want to get money. And, like, if that's what you think, if you think that minimum wage is above the poverty line and that working a single job is enough to afford survival in this country in this day and age, especially when it comes to unexpected expenses such as if you get cancer or if, like, your house burns down and shit, like, you can't do, there's not things in place to ensure that you're going to be living a life that's not full of trying to struggle and scrape by for your entire life and then you die. And MrBeast is dangling this life-changing money. And, like, again, it's not even just MrBeast. I mean, he's, like, the biggest one, I feel like. But of course, there's so many people that do shit like this, where they're like, what would you do for this amount of money? And making content, basically, out of people who want to better their lives and not have to suffer their entire lives on behalf of people who, there's that mindset of people who, when they have tons and tons of money, to forget what it's like to just struggle day to day. And it's very upsetting, in my opinion. And yeah, I had kind of a whole rant written about this country's welfare, but it's I'm not gonna go on to it because I am not a political commentary channel, even though I have a lot of opinions. But anyways, yeah, basically I was just gonna say about, like, it's crazy how content is made based on, again, not even just MrBeast, like, content in general, like, game shows and shit, are based on making people do things to try and close that gap of where the welfare system fails them and where the country structure as a whole fails them. It's just, like, it's really a mess. And it's dystopian. I'm just gonna say it's absolutely dystopian. And I guess my, like, last point is, like, there's always the argument that MrBeast videos are scripted, and I did some research in the great scholarly Reddit, of course, and how scripted they were, and apparently it like kind of depends, but I think when it comes to like his weird ass experiments when he dangles money over people, it might be slightly scripted to make it more entertaining. But like the idea of life-changing money is very real and very tangible. I feel like no matter what, if he is giving away these sums of money, it is very real money from what I've heard, and it's just not, it's, I don't know what, whatever. It's a horrific sight, and I really don't want this to continue going on as a trend because I'm very tired of it in general. And I know, again, I know I'm not losing my mind because nickisnotgreen said I wasn't, okay? And I trust him. Anyways, I did like MrBeast a little bit back in the day. Me and my friends would watch him and giggle, like when he would be like, I'm gonna blow up a train, and then he'd blow up a train, and then he'd be like, I'm gonna fill a pool with jello, and then he'd fill a pool with jello, and it'd be like, oh, that's funny. And I don't know. And like when he would donate his millions in AdSense to charity and shit. And of course I know he's still probably like doing his charity shit and helping give back to people, but at the same time, just the optics, it's all about the optics of, again, using very real problems of people. And again, like, he's not even addressing the problems of people who are in his videos, I guess, when it comes to like these challenges. He's not being like, oh my god, is your mother dying from cancer? I can help pay for this if you do that. But it's just, again, it's the whole idea of making people do things for very, very large sums of money like it's not a big deal. I don't know. I don't know if I made any sense in this video, but I just needed to like rant about it real quick because I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm just kind of tired of this whole thing, I guess, and I'm just tired of rich people. I'm sorry. Sorry if you're rich, but like if you are, give me money. But yeah, we live in hell. Anyways, MrBeast, put me in one of your videos. It'd be funny, and I definitely wouldn't take it as a chance to go as hard as I can to take all of your money possible. Haha, JK, unless. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I feel like people either really, really like MrBeast or really, really hate MrBeast, and it's not like I really, really hate him. I just, like, as a person, I'm sure he's probably, like, actually, I don't know if he's, like, a fine person. I don't know. It's all, like, parasocial and shit, but I'm like, I don't know. It's just, it's very, everything is very tone deaf. Everything is very ignorant, I feel like, and I know I sound like I'm being a snowflake about that, being like a social justice, whatever the hell, people always call me that, but I'm just saying, I think that it's just not a good look, and making people suffer and putting people through things just to, I don't know, offer money and not even really give them the choice to do these things for his content. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what he should do instead. Maybe just, like, give money to the system to help people. I don't know, but that's about it. So again, if you like my video, like the video. Maybe subscribe. I just hit 5K. It's been crazy. I'm very, very flattered. Thank you all. Oh my goodness. And thank you guys all for the kind comments and stuff too. I've been very like, ooh, I don't know. Sorry, that was so cringe. But like, I've been very excited by making videos lately, and yeah, I'm hoping to make more soon. I've just been a little under the weather lately, and I had a con that I just did, so I was a little busy, but I hope to make some more. And yeah, if you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comments, or don't, or just comment whatever. I don't know. Just say hi. I'll say hi. Tell me what book you're reading. I love hearing people are reading. I love reading. I'm reading War and Peace, and I'm suffering. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video, so, bye.